What if the very thing you were taught was a virtue is actually destroying your life? You were told to be nice, be agreeable, smile, don't offend anyone, put others first. And you did it. You followed the rules. But somehow, people still walk over you. Opportunities still slip through your fingers. And deep down, there's a quiet voice asking, why am I always the one left behind? Here's the truth nobody tells you. There is a critical difference between being nice and being smart. Nice people please the world and lose themselves. Smart people, those trained in the ancient discipline of Stoicism, understand that real strength is not about aggression. It is about clarity, self-mastery, and choosing who deserves your energy. This video contains 10 Stoic lessons that will fundamentally change how you operate. Not just how you think, how you live. And the last lesson might be the most important thing you hear this year. Stay until the end. It will be worth it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. This channel exists for people ready to stop being managed by life and start owning it. The first lesson alone will shift something inside you. Lesson 1. Stop seeking approval. Start seeking truth. Here's the problem. From childhood, you were rewarded for making others comfortable. You learned that approval equals safety. So you built your entire identity around what other people think of you. And now you're trapped in a prison you built yourself. The emotional pain of this is silent but devastating. You change your words before you speak. You shrink in rooms. You say yes when every part of you screams no. Epictetus said it clearly. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. And what you think you know is that their approval defines your worth. It does not. Imagine a man who changes his opinion every time someone pushes back. His co-workers stop respecting him. Not because he's weak, but because he has no foundation. Today's lesson. Build your identity on your values, not their validation. Know what you stand for before you walk into any room. Ask yourself, whose approval have you been chasing that was never yours to earn? Drop a comment below. You might be surprised how many people share your answer. But if seeking approval costs you your identity, the next lesson reveals something even more dangerous that most people never even recognize. Lesson 2. Silence is power, not weakness. Most people believe that speaking more earns more respect. They talk to fill silence. They over-explain to feel safe. They justify themselves to people who never asked for justification. This costs them everything. The emotional wound here is the fear of being misunderstood. So you talk more. And in talking more, you expose more. You give people your insecurities wrapped in words. Marcus Aurelius wrote, confine yourself to the present. And the present, most often, calls for silence, not noise. Silence is not the absence of strength. It is the presence of control. Think about the most powerful person in any room. They rarely speak first. When they do, every word carries weight. That weight comes from restraint. Practical lesson. In your next difficult conversation, pause 3 full seconds before responding. Let silence work for you. Be honest, how many times has talking too much worked against you? Let me know in the comments. But silence alone is not enough. The next lesson teaches you exactly what to do with the energy you save. Lesson 3. Guard your energy like your life depends on it. Here is what nobody tells you. Your energy is a currency. And most people are bankrupt by noon because they spent it on people and situations that gave nothing back. The pain of this is exhaustion that has no clear cause. You did not run a marathon. You simply said yes to everyone all day. Seneca wrote, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. But we also suffer more from misplaced energy than from hard work. The Stoics understood that protecting your focus was a moral discipline, not a luxury. Think of someone who gives time to every request, every drama, every complaint around them. By the time their real goals call, they have nothing left. The lesson: learn to say no without explanation. Your time and focus are not public property. Every yes to the wrong thing is a no to the right one. What drains your energy most without giving anything back? Think about it seriously. And yet, guarding your energy means nothing if you are still being controlled by your emotions. That is exactly what Lesson 4 addresses. Lesson 4. Master your emotions or they will master you. Have you ever said something in anger that took months to repair? Have you ever made a decision from fear that set you back years? This is the cost of emotional ignorance, and it is catastrophic. The pain lives here. You react, then regret. You feel the pull of emotion, you follow it, and afterward the damage is done. And you know, even as it happens, that you should stop, but you cannot. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Emotional mastery is not the suppression of feeling. It is the discipline to choose your response. A man who responds calmly under pressure becomes someone people trust with greater responsibility. That trust becomes opportunity. Daily practice. When emotion surges, name it. Say internally, "This is anger. This is fear." Naming it creates distance. Distance creates choice. Which emotion controls you most? Anger, fear, or the need to be liked? Be honest in the comments. Control your emotions and you gain power. But the next lesson reveals what you must do with that power before it turns against you. Lesson 5. Stop avoiding discomfort. It is your teacher. Most people live in permanent retreat from discomfort. They take the easy road. They avoid the hard conversation. They skip the difficult work. And they wonder why their life never changes. The deeper pain is this: every time you avoid discomfort, you tell your subconscious that you are not capable of handling it. Over time, your world shrinks to the size of your comfort zone. Epictetus taught, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life." Stop fighting discomfort. Walk toward it. The man who voluntarily trains himself through difficulty builds a nervous system that does not collapse under pressure. Practical step. Do one uncomfortable thing deliberately today. A cold shower. An honest conversation. A hard workout. Start small. Build the muscle. What discomfort have you been avoiding that you already know you need to face? This lesson is about embracing difficulty. But the next one teaches you something even more powerful. What to do when people test you. Lesson 6. Not everyone deserves access to you. Here is a truth that will make some people uncomfortable. Not every person who wants to be close to you should be. You have been taught that exclusion is cruel. But there is a difference between cruelty and wisdom. Allowing the wrong people deep access to your life is not kindness. It is carelessness. The emotional damage accumulates slowly. A friend who undermines every decision. A family member who drains every success. A colleague who poisons every room. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." This is not arrogance. This is survival. Think about the 5 people closest to you right now. Are they building you or breaking you? That average is not symbolic. It is your actual trajectory. Lesson: audit your relationships the same way you audit your finances. Remove what costs more than it returns. Who in your life needs a hard boundary that you have not yet set? You don't have to name them, just think about it. The next lesson takes this further. Because once you protect your circle, you must protect something even more sacred. Lesson 7. Protect your peace with violence, not physical violence, but ferocious, unapologetic, relentless protection of your inner peace. Most people sacrifice peace for acceptance. They stay in toxic situations to avoid conflict. They tolerate chaos to be seen as flexible, and their inner world becomes a war zone. The pain is this: you cannot build anything great from a place of internal disorder. The mind that lives in chronic anxiety produces anxious results. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Peace is not passive. It is a daily battle won by disciplined choices. A man who protects his inner world wakes earlier, thinks clearer, produces more, and tolerates less nonsense. He is not cold. He is calibrated. Daily action. Identify one thing in your life creating internal noise. Not external conflict, internal noise. Then make a decision about it. Today. What is stealing your peace right now that you keep tolerating? Protecting your peace is internal. But the next lesson moves outward, and it reveals the mistake that silently destroys more potential than almost anything else. Lesson 8. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Every time you over-explain, you are asking for permission. Every time you justify a decision that did not require justification, you are signaling insecurity. And people read that signal whether they know it consciously or not. The emotional root of over-explaining is the need for preemptive defense. You explain before you are attacked. You apologize before you are blamed. It comes from a life spent managing other people's reactions. Epictetus said, "Never say about anything, 'I have lost it,' but 'I have returned it.' What someone else thinks of your choices is theirs to manage, not yours." When a senior executive makes a decision, they do not hold a press conference to justify it to the room. They decide. They move. The quality of their decision speaks for them over time. Practice. State your position once, clearly and firmly. Then let it stand. Do not repeat. Do not repackage. Do not negotiate your truth. How much energy have you wasted explaining yourself to people who had already decided? This lesson will free enormous amounts of energy. And Lesson 9 shows you exactly where to redirect it. Lesson 9. Build in silence and let results make the noise. There is a reason the most powerful movements in nature are invisible until they are undeniable. The root grows before the tree rises. The wave builds before it breaks. Most people announce their goals to feel the reward before doing the work. They get the dopamine of recognition without earning the result. Then the motivation fades because the applause already came. Seneca wrote, "Retire into yourself as much as you can. Do the work in the dark. Protect your process from the noise of opinions and predictions." Consider the person who tells everyone about their business idea versus the person who builds it quietly and launches it 6 months later. One had conversations. The other created a reality. Lesson: your next major goal, tell no one until it exists. Let the results speak at a volume that words never could. Are you someone who announces goals or executes them silently? Be honest with yourself and honest in the comments. You are now one lesson from completing this transformation. And Lesson 10 brings everything together in a way most people never reach. Lesson 10. Choose discomfort now or regret later. This is the hardest truth in this entire video. And it might be the most important thing you hear today. At the end of life, people do not regret the pain they faced. They regret the pain they avoided, because that avoidance cost them the life they could have lived. The emotional weight of this is enormous. Because right now, somewhere inside you, there is a version of your future self watching you choose comfort over growth. And that version knows exactly what you are giving up. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, not tomorrow. Not when conditions are right. Today." Choosing discomfort now means the hard conversation, the disciplined morning, the rejection absorbed and moved past. It means acting from your values when emotion pulls you elsewhere. Every lesson in this video leads here. Approval, silence, Energy, emotion, discomfort, people, peace, explanation, execution, all of it feeds this final truth. What version of yourself are you choosing right now? You have just received 10 lessons that most people will never fully grasp. Not because they are complicated, but because they require the rarest thing in the modern world, honest self-examination. Let's bring it home. You learned that seeking approval builds a prison, that silence holds more authority than noise, that your energy is currency, spend it wisely, that your emotions, unmastered, will make every decision for you, that discomfort is not your enemy, that not everyone deserves your access, that peace must be protected aggressively, that over-explaining signals weakness, that great work is built in silence, and that the pain you avoid today becomes the regret you carry tomorrow. These are not abstract philosophies. Every single one of these lessons is actionable today, right now, in the next conversation you have, in the next decision you face, in the next moment you are tempted to shrink. The Stoics did not believe in perfect lives. They believed in disciplined responses to imperfect ones. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still had to remind himself daily to stay grounded. Epictetus was a slave who became freer in his mind than the men who owned him. Seneca faced death with more composure than most people face Mondays. What they shared was this: they chose wisdom over comfort, truth over approval, and action over endless contemplation. Now it is your turn. I want to ask you one final question. Which of these 10 lessons hit you the hardest? Which one did you need to hear today? Tell me in the comments right now. Your answer might be the exact thing someone else needs to read. If this video added value to your life, hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it tells me to keep making content like this. And if you are not yet subscribed to Anonymous Achiever, this is the moment. Every day, this channel delivers the kind of content that actually changes how you think, how you carry yourself, and how you build your future. You did not come this far in the video by accident. You came because something in you is ready. Stop being nice to the version of you that stays comfortable. Start being smart enough to become the version you know you are capable of being. The work starts now.